What's up, everybody? This is the boy David Liggins with No Rev Limits. I'm back with another video, and today we're going to be talking about how much I made with Amazon FBA in 2018. Stay tuned. If you're new to this channel, welcome. Glad to have you here. I'm a six-figure Amazon seller. I've been doing this full time for about 9 months now, but I've been on this FBA journey for about 2 years when I started this during my 9-to-5 job. Currently, I'm documenting my journey from $0 to $100,000 in revenue. So if that's something that interests you, you already know what to do, guys. Like crew, smash that like button, hit subscribe, hit the bell to be notified of my next videos, and consume the information and learn. All right, let's get started, guys. So 2018, what an exciting year, but also a challenging year. For me, this is when I really took the leap and decided to do Amazon FBA full time. Now, it wasn't because I was making full-time money. I couldn't replace my corporate 9-to-5 job with the income I'm making from Amazon, but it allowed me to focus 100% on something that I feel passionate about and wanted to do. And that has led to significant growth and also led to significant learning. I was able to focus on the business 100% of my time. I wake up, get what I need to get done, go to the gym, grind it out for hours on to the day, and make it happen for me. But this is exciting. It was definitely a challenge and something new, being able to just kind of wake up and control exactly where my time went throughout the day. But what they allowed me to do is to continue to learn and grow. And once I understood to stay focused and really put my time into things that were going to help the business grow, it became a lot easier to understand what it is that I needed to do on a daily basis. So since April, about beginning of April, I've been able to do Amazon FBA full time. So how did that translate into the business? Like, what was I able to do with all that extra time now that I don't have the 9-to-5 job? And what I was able to do is really hone in and focus my skills on the pieces that were missing in order for me to get to that next level. I took a break from Amazon. I didn't really take a break from Amazon FBA, but I took a break from launching products because I wanted to make sure I was doing it correct. So if you looked at my previous video, you should go check that out. I talk about some of the 5 things and 5 strategies and the mindset that you have to have going into Amazon FBA in 2019. Those are exact same processes and methodologies that I use to grow my business now. And how that translated into my business for 2018 is I launched, after taking that program, kind of honing my skills, I was able to launch 2 products by the end of the year, and I launched my 3rd one at the beginning of 2019, the middle of January, and I'm in the process of launching 2 more. Now this is really important, guys, because in 2018 I did over $175,000 in revenue, and that's crazy. Okay, now this all didn't come from like one product. So one of the things I always stress is that, guys, you can't go into this business trying to find that home run product, that golden nugget that's going to take you from rags to riches. That's not how it works. You have to keep launching products, and you have to have the budget to keep not testing and learning per se, but launching more, expanding that brand and growing your product base. This is how successful sellers become bigger and start to scale. Now, yes, you may have a home run product in there, and what you need to do is double down on that product and reinvest. But you can't just come out and say, hey, I have to get it right on the first time. I have to get my home run product on the first time. And if I don't get this first product, then Amazon is done. Amazon FBA, I'm done with it. That's not how you're going to be successful, guys. So how did it start off for me? Honestly, it started off a bit rocky, I should say. So at the end of 2017, I ended up launching a new product in the middle of December. Terrible time, but I got hit with an extensive container surge, through customs. This is just part of that process, but it's like, oh my gosh, it put me behind like 2.5 weeks. I couldn't get my product in before the end of October. It got pushed back to like middle of November. Then they didn't check it in till like beginning of December. It was insane. So I lost a lot of time during Q4, but when it went live, it immediately started selling and just skyrocketing. It was crazy. And I'm like, okay, this is super awesome. So immediately what I did, making all this revenue, tons of profit, my PPC was profitable. I was making like almost 40% margins on this product. It was 0 reviews. Reviews started to come in after a couple weeks, but it was just amazing. And I was like, oh my gosh, I found it. It is my home run product. Wow, I did it, right? So I doubled down. I forgot about my first brand and just kind of put that to the wayside because I was kind of battling that bogus IP claim. And I doubled down on this new brand, which I had 3 products in that particular product line. and I was just super excited. So sold out, beginning of the year, I doubled down, almost tripled down, bought all these units, and then it wasn't doing that well. I was like, oh, this is unbelievable, right? And so I'm like, okay, maybe it's because I don't have enough ranking and position. So I spent a lot of money trying to get some of these products ranked. I already had the reviews. I got my listings optimized with images, copy, my title, description, all those things. I had brand registry for this particular brand, so I had my EBC content. Everything was solid, right? And it still did not do well. And then something happened. After my launch, it took off the month in March. It just completely crushed it. I did $15,000 in revenue between that one brand. I guess it's 3 variations. Did $15,000 in revenue that month. And I was like, wow, this is amazing. Yes, this is it. And so I doubled down again. Little did I know, and this is my lack of understanding, is that for this particular niche, they may have a couple spikes here out in 2018, but most of the time it's going to be dead until it hits Q4. So this was in the toys category. And toys are very finicky. So you're not gonna expect to just crush it all year long. You're gonna do okay. You may have a couple good weeks, a couple good months, and then it's gonna be kind of just dormant until Q4, and then it crushes it. And that's exactly what it did again. So Q4 2018, even though I was having some issues with my supplier, there were some things that I wanted to correct with the product to help improve the customer experience, and I wasn't able to get that done. So I'm like, screw it, I'm not gonna reorder. I'm gonna just go in with the 2,500 units that I have and let it be that, you know what I mean? Not sure if I'm gonna reorder this again. Q4 came, boom, things started flying off the shelves. Profit margins are at 45% now. I had to raise my price because I didn't want to sell out too quickly, and it was just crazy. I had crazy Black Friday, amazing Cyber Monday. I was doing almost $1,000 a day on average, and I spiked to $2,000, $2,400 in sales in a couple days, and it was just amazing again. And so if you like my previous video, I said, how do I lose $11,000? I left $11,000 in revenue on the table because for the last 2 weeks of the year, I was not able to sell my product because it sold out. So fast forward a little bit, I ended up launching 2 more products, and I hit it right on the head. I was batting 1,000%. I knew exactly what was going to happen with product. One product was just going to be like a break-even product, maybe a little bit profitable, maybe a little bit of loss, but it was going to help build my brand presence. The other product was definitely going to be a single, if not a double, but could potentially be a home run. And it turned out that right now it's a home run product, which is crazy. And that home run product is helping sales for that break-even product because it's in that same niche, it's in that same demographic of people, and they're absolutely loving it. I wasn't able to get my 3rd product launched before December, but it launched in the middle of January, and it just started crushing it off the bat. 0 reviews, running PPC, was profitable, didn't do any launch or big giveaways, just did a soft launch with PPC, optimized my PPC, because I've been doing that for the last 2 years daily. And it was a profitable campaign off the bat, around 25% ACoS with 0 reviews. And once I started getting reviews, the conversion started to get up there between 25 and 30%. It was just amazing. I'm like, oh, I found another home run product. And so things were going, and I've been averaging $1,000 a day in revenue with that particular product. So it's been quite amazing. And these are the skills that I was able to get by focusing on the business 100%. Now, if you're not able to do that, that's totally fine. You can still crush it. Just hit that subscribe button, like crew, you already know what to do. Follow some of the videos because I'm going to be going through a lot of the things that I do in order to get these products to market and be successful with them. So I know that interests you because you're watching this video, so go ahead and hit that subscribe. I'm actually, at this current time, I am 3 subscribers away from that big 100. It's hilarious. It's interesting talking, behind the camera, talking to, my guests, my people who are watching my content. And when you first started, you have 0 people, and then now it's like, oh man, I can get to 100, then that's going to be, maybe I can get to 500, maybe I can get to 1,000 or 10,000, it's going to be exciting to see how this channel grows, but that's exactly what I'm looking to do. So if you made it this far, like crew, go ahead and do that. All right, so without further ado, let's jump into the computer. Let's look at the sales for the entire year so I can show you the $175,000 in revenue that I made. All right, let's take a look, guys. All right, so here we are in my Seller Central account. Let's go ahead and filter in for all of last year. go ahead and do that real quick. January 1st, and we're going to go to December 31st. There you go, $175,149.88 in revenue. That's about 13,669 products sold over the course of the year with an average order of 1346. So not bad. You know, this is, like I said, this is not my first year selling, but this is the first year that I've gone full time. I was just doing this on the side as a little project while I was working, which is not the right way to do Amazon FBA, by the way. You absolutely need to focus a lot of your time in growing your business. And, you know, when I started to do that, that's when I started to see some real significant increases here. So just to kind of give you a quick time lapse of some of the things I was doing. I sold out of some products, so I was trying to get some new products in. It was sourcing, it was kind of taking a while. Finally got some products here in February, did a little bit of a launch there, and then boom, had a killer month in March. And then it kind of just trickled down, and I was trying to push it throughout the summer. Wasn't really doing that great. Decided to just let this product sell what they were going to sell. They were starting to get some traction here, doing 20-30 units a day. Then that's when I said, okay, let me step back, let me take a course and not source some products until I really figure out the things that I'm missing in my methodology and my process. So once I did that, ended up launching, you had Prime Day here, by the way. Ended up launching in the middle of November, December, and this is where things just really started to change, guys. Products were starting to kill it. I was knocking it out. I was starting to do $1,000 days here. I had Cyber Monday, Black Friday, continue on to December, which is crazy. And then I ran out of stock again. So, but this is just a quick glimpse. Actually, you know what? While I'm here, let me just show you year to date of what I'm doing right now. And one of the biggest things here is running out of stock, guys, is just crazy. So again, here's year to date. I was crushing it. I started off really slow in January because I didn't have enough stock because I ran out of stock. And so when I started to kind of really hone in, let me go specifically, let me do a month here. So I'm gonna go in January so we can see this by day view. January 2019. Oh my God, this is annoying. So here's the month of January, guys. And it was just crushing it. So here I'm out of stock. Just sitting there waiting. I only have like one small item selling, it was just trickling in. And then when I got into stock, you can immediately see my sales start to climb. And then I sell out again. And then I wait to get new stock back in. I thought I timed it right. I didn't. So now I have both of my units in stock and I was just starting to crush it. You get to see it starts to grow, doing $1,000 days, and just continue on. So that's kind of how 2019 is starting off right now in January. And I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it grow. We're on Chinese New Year right now, so it's going to take a little bit of time to get some of my stuff back restocked and also to source new products. But yeah, I think I'll be able to hit $100,000 a month in revenue this year. So looking forward to that. All right, so I know what you're thinking. I did $175,000 in sales, but how much did I actually make? And I'll tell you, a big fat zero. And you're asking like, that's crazy. You did $175,000 in revenue and you came away with $0? And yeah, absolutely. Because right now I'm in that growth period. I want my business to grow. And so all the profit that I'm using, I'm investing back into the business and back into that product or into new products, I should say. And let me tell you a little bit about how that works, okay? Let's say I had one product that I had a landed cost of $3,000, which is the case. That was my last successful product, $3,000 landed cost to get it here, all right? So landed cost of $3,000. I sold out of that in, I guess, 2.5, almost 3 weeks in December. I was able to get around, let's say, $6,500 back for that particular product. So I pretty much had a 100% return on my investment. I spent $3,000, and after all the cost of goods and everything and the fees, I made the $3,000 back and also a little bit more. So what did I do with that extra? Nope, I didn't pocket it. What I did was I sold out so fast, I decided to double up on that product. So instead of buying just the one order that I did, I doubled that order. So I took the $3,000 that I made, put $6,000 in landed cost, and doubled my order to get that back. and I'm still continuing to crush it. So most likely, I'm going to take another $3,000 in profit because I have 2,000 units. So I should say, let's make it $6,000 in profit for 2,000 units. Now, when I get that back, I'm going to spend another $3,000 and triple my order. So I'm going to be spending $9,000 to get 3,000 units of that particular product. This is just an example of how you scale and grow. So now that I have 3,000 units, that should last me between 2.5, 3 months. So every 2 months or so, I can start ordering 3,000 units in order to kind of replenish my inventory. But I don't need to expand that particular product because I'm already at capacity for what I want to do with shipping. So now those profits could start being put into the bank account, and you can see that bank account grow, right? I'm not spending that money because I'm going to be using that money in order to invest in other products in that particular product line and brand. That is how I'm scaling my business, and that is why I've walked away with $0 in profit for this year. But then you have your other miscellaneous expenses that I've talked about in my other videos. You have your PPC costs, which is probably your most expensive cost, variable cost outside of all the seller fees and things like that. Your seller fees are pretty expensive. Those are variable depending on your price, but your PPC is probably going to be the most expensive thing that you're going to be spending your money on, unless you're doing some other launches and things like that. Am I happy with that? Absolutely, because if I'm able to triple my order, I'm building a relationship with my clients, I should say my suppliers. I'm consistently growing my business, and now I'm at the point where I'm at the max capacity of orders, so I'm just continuing to just kind of fine tune this machine. Okay. So I hope that kind of clarifies a little bit of why it's this whole rags to riches in like 3 months, sell one product, launch it, you kill it, and then all of a sudden you're a millionaire. It's complete BS, guys. This stuff takes time. And if you do it right, you're going to be reinvesting in business to help it grow. At some point, you're going to be able to pull money out and live off of that and continue to grow, but that's not going to be within the first year, in most cases. All right, drivers, I didn't want to make this too long, but I just wanted to kind of give you an update on what I did for 2018. Check out some of my other videos. It tells you my direction and where I'm going for 2019. I'm still documenting my journey from $0 to $100,000 in revenue a month. You can check out that playlist in that series. I'm also going to be creating more content to help beginners and people who are on the fence get started successfully with their Amazon FBA business, because if you're going up there haphazard without a good direction, a good methodology, you're going to fail. And we don't want people to fail, guys. We want to continue driving your business to success, because that's what we are, drivers of our own business. All right, guys? So if you made it this far, become part of the crew. Like crew, smash that like button, hit subscribe, hit the bell. Almost at 100 subscribers. I'm super excited about that. And I'll catch you at the next one. Peace.